Friday's Overtime, powered by State Champs, presented by the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Where has the time gone? Hard to believe that week 3 of the high school football season is already in the record books. We just saw a great one between Clarkson and Rochester Adams, and tonight we're taking you all around the great state of Michigan with a one-of-a-kind highlight and reaction show you can't find anywhere else but Bally Sports Detroit. Let's get right to it. Here's the best thing our cameras around Michigan caught tonight. Takes us right back to where we just were, Rochester Hills, where Clarkston's dual threat quarterback Mike Hine called his own number, 80 yards to the barn. That set the tone. Full wrap-up from Clarkson and Rochester Adams coming your way in a bit.
Wow, there is no better way to start tonight than with that. Welcome in, everyone, to Football Friday's Overtime, powered by State Champs. I'm Sydney Carriel alongside Justin Rose. Bally Sports Detroit and State Champs are combining forces to bring you the country. The level of competition is so high, and there are so many talented athletes throughout every division, honestly. We're going to show you all that tonight.
You know, I began my sports broadcasting career with State Champ many moons ago, and to see these two powers collide and create a show like this is really special to be a part of.
Yeah, it truly is. And I'll tell you, this is going to be the best hour of your Friday night. So, Justin, what are we waiting for right now? Let's jump into it and go no huddle. What do you say?
I'm down with that. Go ahead, Sydney. Start us off.
Let's start out in Saline, where Ypsilanti Lincoln came to town. Check out this big play. Saline's quarterback, CJ Carr, scrambling to the sideline and launching a 50-yard pass to Matt Walber. The Hornets stung the visiting Rail Splitters 42-7. Like what I did there?
I did like what you did there. We'll have probably plenty of wordplay coming up here. Traverse City Central makes a 202-mile journey down I-75 to Davison for a clash between two 500 teams, but they're both better than their record may indicate. Davison's A.J. Hill dashes to the end zone, 37-yard score. Davison wins this one, 49-14.
Good one there. Now to Metro Detroit. We had two unbeatens between Detroit Country Day and Warren Michigan Collegiate. Country Day's Gabe Winovich puts on the Jets 50 yards to the house. Country Day holds on late against Warren Collegiate. 28-20 the final in that one. Oh, man.
Unbelievable start to this show. Those are just a few of the many games we'll be highlighting over the next 60 minutes. Other include top 20 matchup between DeWitt and Detroit Catholic Central. 3 great matchups from the PSL. Mumford at Martin Luther King, Cass Tech and Renaissance, both looking for their first win of the season. And Detroit Douglas and Northwestern, they go toe-to-toe as well.
We'll also head out to number 4 ranked Belleville taking on Livonia Churchill. Plus, we got 3 games full of teams with 2-0 records. First, Utica Eisenhower going head-to-head with number 7 ranked Chippewa Valley. And sneaking into the rankings at number 20, Waterford Mott looking to stay hot as they traveled to South Lyon East. Lastly, a downriver battle between Allen Park and Gibraltar Carlson, both looking to stay in the win column. Woo, here we go. We kick it off with our matchup of the night, brought to you by the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. A big one between 2 ranked teams. Number 18 DeWitt hit the road to take on number 8 Detroit Catholic Central. DeWitt is hoping to get back to the state finals after falling in a heartbreaker to King last season. So maybe we got a revenge tour coming here? We'll see. On the other side, Catholic Central coming off a road win over ranked Davison. And as we hoped, it was an instant classic. We'll show you in just a little bit. Actually, we're going to show you right now. We're going to show you in just a little bit.
We're going to go right back down to Rochester Adams. That game was unbelievable. It could have been an overtime clash. Should have 4th down gotten through there. Natalie Kerwin, though, she's standing by with reaction from the winning side, the Clarkston Wolves. Natalie, what's going on?
Yeah, here now with Cole Jarvis, Ethan Clark. Cole, I'm going to start with you. End of the second quarter, that touchdown, then the pick 6. That really felt like the turning point of the game. What did you see on that play?
You know, I saw him just throwing it behind the defender, and it was a perfect opportunity for pick it off and go score for us.
What adjustments did you guys make in the second half to really hold Adams off defensively?
We just made sure we looked into the linemen, made sure we produced their pass block and run blocking. We tried to come up and make those plays when we needed to.
What do you got to say about the performance of your guy, Ethan Clark, over here?
He's amazing. He's one of the best teammates I could ever have.
All right, thanks, Cole.
Thank you.
All right, Ethan, going to go to you now. 3 touchdowns. Now the second player in school history to run 3,000 career yards. How'd you get it done?
You know, I mean, the linemen did a great job. We didn't really know what we were dealing with on film, but especially the linebackers, they looked really good. So we just came in the game and we tried our best, and it worked really well.
Yeah, to come on here and absolutely dominate in the second half. I mean, how great does that feel?
It's the best feeling I've ever had, probably, in these last 4 years I've played varsity football for Clarkson. Just amazing.
All right, thanks, Ethan. Congratulations. Johnny, up to you guys.
I'm coming.
It's going to come back to us.
Well, you know, here's the one thing about it is, like, you see those kids reacting, and it's so genuine, and that's the thing about high school football. And look, we have all played different high school sports. I'm sure you've had your fair share of high school sports, but even with the people you know who played high school football, it's unbelievable.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And while we were sitting watching the game, it felt like every time we put our head down in that first half, we looked up and we're like, who's just scored a touchdown? What just happened?
So hope you took the over on that one.
Yeah, we did say that. We were like,
we did say that.
Not that we're a betting group here. But.
Of course not. We are going to get back to Johnny and Justin out at Rochester Hills in a little bit, but we're going to take a trip down to the heart of Detroit. Yeah, oh yeah, we've got lots of great highlights, including this speed demon saying bye-bye. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Football Fridays Overtime, powered by State Champs. Let's head down to Detroit. For those unfamiliar, the public school league, home to some extremely fierce rivalries and bragging rights. Well, they are always on the line. Our Tour de Trois begins on the corner of Grand River and West Grand Boulevard. That's where Detroit Douglas was looking for its first win against undefeated Detroit Northwestern yesterday evening. Well, Northwestern got on the board early and often in this one. Of course, got to have the niceties to start the game, but Xavier Jones said, enough of that. He takes the handoff to the right side, 20 yards out. He is untouched. 8-0 Colts. Later in the quarter, Noah Montgomery rolls to the left. He looks, doesn't see anybody, but a lot of grass in front of him. Carries that loaf of bread into the end zone himself, 16-0. Still in the first, Montgomery again rolls. This time finds the open man. It's Cartier Woods. 13-yard score. Second quarter now. Northwestern just still rolling. Montgomery having himself a night. So too is Xavier Jones. 20-yard score. Northwestern stays undefeated on the season. They'll be a force in the PSL. Mark my words. Before this one's said and done, 55-0, the final there.
All right, now, Justin, this is one of the best parts of the night, the Anvil Award, brought to you by Hungry Howie's. This highlights the big guys in the trenches. We got to love them. We're talking the best linemen and linebackers in the state, and they deserve this recognition.
Absolutely. I mean, as a former big guy in high school.
What?
Well, I mean, 150 pounds soaking wet playing guard, but who's counting?
Yeah.
I wish I would have had the growth spurt like Cass Tech senior defensive end Jalen Thompson, though. Jalen is the top pass rush prospect in the state of Michigan in this year's senior class. 10 sacks his junior year, 8 his sophomore year. He's committed to Michigan State.
Just getting started, and then get this, in a week, he'll go head-to-head with Detroit Kings senior offensive lineman Jonathan Slack. Jonathan is the #1 lineman in the PSL, already has one pancake on the season. We're only in week 3, and he had 7 Division I offers, but also committed, wait for it, to Michigan State. So they're going to go from rivals to teammates in just a little bit here. So you can vote for who you think deserves the Anvil Award on statechampsnetwork.com. Jonathan Slack and his squad took on Mumford yesterday to kick off district play. And in week 1, King lost to Warren Central from Indiana, had a bye week in week 2, so they are hungry to get a win. here. In the first quarter, Sterling Anderson Jr. takes it to the house, 32 yards for the game's opening score, making it look easy. Later in the first, King up 14-0. Jameel Croft Jr. with the interception, and he takes this all the way back for a pick six, his first of 2 on the night. How about that? In the second, King down on the goal line when Dante Moore takes it himself right up the gut for King's 5th touchdown of the night. Then in the third, Anderson Jr. with another carry, weaving his way through traffic. Gotta love it, for 38 yards. Kings goes on to win this one 68-0.
Man, it's crazy that it always goes back and forth. But one thing I can tell you, it's going to take the leaders on our team to that been here to get it done. I think the team that really has the most experience playing in our rivalry usually comes out on top.
You know, remember those epic rivalries I mentioned from the city of Detroit? Yeah, none of them bigger than our game of the week next week. Cass Tech, Detroit, Martin Luther King meet again in this storied rivalry. That game will be broadcast across the state of Michigan on Bally Sports Extra and the Bally Sports Detroit app. That's next Friday at 7:30. Well, Detroit Renaissance has been a bit of a thorn in Cass Tech's side over the past few years. They beat them twice in the last 3 meetings, including last year, where the Phoenix won 13-6. Now, Cass only had 19 eligible players because of a COVID season, which in most cases would have resulted in a forfeit. But because Renaissance missed 2 games of their own due to COVID leading up to that game, Cass decided to put those 19 players in their suits. Well, after the win, of course, the victors talked some trash, and the technicians, they remembered it, especially head coach Marvin Rushing.
Now, I'm going to tell you right now, you're a better team. Don't let them stay in this game. Let them understand they're a mirage. You know what a mirage is? It don't exist. Impose your will on them early and often. Early and often. Don't go soft on them. Don't go soft on them. Because you got to remember the last year, all that stuff they taught, right? Yeah. Don't forget about that. All the stuff they taught. Even though there's an asterisk, they don't care about that asterisk. So remind them who we are and who they are. Let's get the prayer, get this done.
Ooh, message received. Tech had a stranglehold on this rivalry for years up until recently, but the play tonight, it has some indication they remember this slight for some time. Early in the first, LaShawn Mumford Field finds Corey Sadler Jr. on a quick strike. Cass Tech on the board first. However, after a turnover, Mumford goes deep, and they're going to find Eliza Jordan in the corner of the end zone. Technicians up 13. Still in the opening frame, Cass Tech with the ball again. Sean Hodges takes the hand up the middle, jukes his way for a score. Cass Tech would go on to just absolutely steamroll in this game. A big 66-0 reminder of who is in charge.
Gotta love that.
Well, I mean, obviously, if you're going to say some stuff, you know, again, these rivalries, they're deep. They go, you know, these kids are from the same city, so you got to back it up if you're going to talk the smack.
That pregame speech got me hyped for the show, so I can only imagine what that got his players for the game.
And it's not the only pregame speech that we're going to hear, because we're just getting started on Football Friday's Overtime, powered by State Champs. 3 weeks into this season, and players already separating themselves for the right to be called Mr. Football. We'll show you some of the top plays from some of those candidates.
The stats some of these players are putting up have been unreal, and the numbers this week were even more impressive. But that's not all we got. How about a battle of 2 teams who started this week 2-0 and want to stay in the win column? That's Warren Michigan Collegiate and Detroit Country Day. And as promised, we will get to DeWitt and Catholic Central coming up here in just a little bit. But both teams backed by a good defense. In the first 2 games combined, Michigan Collegiate held their opponents to just 3 points. Meanwhile, Country Day had a goal line stand in week 2 that led to a comeback win. That and more right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Football Fridays Overtime, powered by State Champs, brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics, and by Lead Prep Academy, a postgraduate high school program for football and basketball student athletes. These are scenes from a year ago as Belleville won the Division I final over Rochester Adams at Ford Field. Tigers brought home their first football title going away. Well, a chance to repeat is not out of the question as one of the most sought-out 2025 quarterback prospects in the country. Bryce Underwood looked to help his team stay undefeated as number 4 Tigers played host to the Chargers of Livonia Churchill. We go sound up courtesy of Chad Bush and Brandon Justice.
Yes, the Tigers have taken the field in Belleville under the black smoke. The Tigers on new turf, but familiar territory here at home. Colby Reed and Rashad Jones, the running back and tight end respectively. There's a bubble screen left side caught. This is Dennis Crawford, who has a big hole. He might go 50, 40. They'll never get Dennis Crawford. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Second drive underway for the Tigers, leading 8-0 in the first quarter. 8 minutes left. End around is loose. Open field, watch out! He could go! Open space!
Not a complicated design, but because we've seen so many contrasting designs, it's hard to defend in that spot.
That's Joe Stevens, who had that 52-yard gain. This time it goes back to Dennis Crawford. Left sideline, into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Handoff up the middle, watch out. Andre Thomas, the sophomore, sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Belleville nearing 300 yards of offense, 217 on the ground. It's been a ground attack, and that ground attack is flung outside. Tackle not secured, and you can't do that to number 1, Jeremiah Beasley. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Belleville.
LA East, there's no secret there. It's a good division, but it's not a great division.
You said the F word on air, and I don't know if Churchill's going to appreciate that. You said Franklin. There's a power touchdown. Is it in? It is. Oh, my goodness. Game that was dominated pretty much from start to finish by Belleville. They knock off Churchill here tonight.
Great stuff there. That's going to be a team to watch, those Belleville Tigers. But maybe one of the best matchups outside the top 3 divisions tonight was Warren, Michigan Collegiate, and Detroit Country Day. The Cougars made it to the Division VI state championship game last season before falling to eventual champion Lansing Catholic, while the Yellow Jackets are in Division IV, and they have a program they think can go all the way to Ford Field behind its star running back.
We talked about it earlier. This is your game. You play for each other. You play for each other. You play for these guys. You know, you stand on the shoulders of the guys who came before you. All the players. You got Victoria in here. She's all in with you. Okay? And let's just go. Let's just go. Hey, here's the thing I ask. Let's just change the script tonight. Let's start flying. Let's start just coming out flying, okay? Play with courage. Play with heart. Play like a champion tonight. Let's go.
Yeah, it's not often you see a school jump up a couple of divisions for a challenge, but that's exactly what Warren Michigan Collegiate did. They headed to Detroit Country Day, both unbeaten. Country Day up early in this one. Gabe Winovich, nice cut. 15-yard score, his second of the game, 14-0 after 1. Warren Collegiate answering back, though. McQuan McLean, 12 yards, barrel roll into the end zone. 21-14 at the break. Let's go to the fourth quarter. Things got interesting. Country Day up 1. Chase Dawkins swings to Gabe Zeldes. Bobbles, collects, tiptoes into the end zone. Country Day, 28-20, victorious.
Feeling great. I mean, really proud of everybody. I thought we played a hell of a game. So did they. I mean, they came out, they played, and, that's props to them. And I just really proud of the way that we played, so physical, and, that's what we love to do. And it was a great game. But, I mean, that's 3 touchdowns for the offensive line, even a 4th on the screen. I mean, our line's best in the state. I mean that. I mean, great group of kids, and, that's not me, but I appreciate it. Yeah.
Sounds like you out there, Coach. We are joined now by Detroit Country Day, the head coach, Dan McLean, with the winning team here. I mean, we just heard from Gabe Winowich, and we saw Gabe Zeldas. You got the two Zeldas out there showing what's happening. Yeah. What was that win like out there for you?
It was a good win. Kids showed a lot of character. A lot of credit to Warren Collegiate. They battled, played extremely hard, and we had answers, at the right time. Made a couple of big plays down the stretch there, and second week in a row. And the kids did a really good job. Proud of them.
I was going to say, defense again showing up, offense showing up, second week in a row. You guys make a big stop at the end. What makes this team so special?
We have great senior leadership. We obviously have the Gabes, but we've also had a little adversity as the season started here, and we've had some guys come in and do a great job. Chase Dawkins is our sophomore quarterback playing behind Hunter Riata, our starter, and he's come in and done a really good job of leading and making plays when we needed him to.
Yeah, and this is your 38th year at Detroit Country Day. Oh, you shake your head, you
Hardly
smile.
seems possible. I guess it's official. I'm old.
You don't look good. No, you don't look old at all.
Thank you.
What makes you want to keep returning to this program? What's so special about it?
It's just great. It's a lot of adrenaline, particularly on nights like this, but it's just a lot of fun working with the young men. Good culture at the school, terrific school that I'm at, and it's just a great place to be.
We see what this team can do on the stat sheets the last 3 Friday nights, but you're with them most of the time throughout the week. What is something about this team that we don't see on paper?
I think they really get along well. There's a good group of seniors who've played a lot of football at Country Day, and they're very invested in the culture and bringing the younger guys along. And I think they do an excellent job there at the school. And we're trying to, just be encouraging and keeping kids interested and having fun. I guess with games like tonight, it's fun.
Yeah, for you, what was the vibe like after the game? What was your winning speech? I heard the last one last week. It was pretty good.
Well, I guess tonight was a little more subdued in that, we started better. We weren't as good in the middle, but it was a good comeback. And, our team is just handling adversity very well. That's the kind of the long and short of it. 3 of our senior captains have been injured on and off. Our other captain's doing a great job with the offensive line. But they're just kind of hanging in there and making plays when we need them most.
Yeah, and we're excited to see what this team can do moving forward for the rest of the season. So, Coach, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And congrats on the win.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Gotta love a coach in studio, but we got to go back to our matchup of the night, brought to you by the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. A big one between 2 ranked teams. Number 18 DeWitt hit the road to take on number 8 Detroit Catholic Central. DeWitt hoping to get back to the state finals after falling in a heartbreaker to King last season. So maybe we have a little bit of revenge on hand. On the other side, Catholic Central coming off a road win over ranked Davison, and as we hoped, instant classic. Let's roll the tape. There's a reason this was our matchup of the night. Catholic Central senior running back Evan Hager, committed to Alabama for baseball, but he's a threat on the gridiron. But it was Saline getting on the board first. Bryce Kearns, beautiful fake in the backfield, down the fields. 78 yards for the score here. Saline up 7-0, but CC, they'd coming back. Spencer Lyons, nice cut. He's gone. CC up 14-7 at the half. Tie game now. Catholic Central's Jaden Hyden balls his way into the end zone. 31-24. Catholic Central. Saline answering back. Aspen Peace hauls it in. Game tied at 31. CC scores again. Then it's those two on DeWitt again. Keys to Kearns. Great catch. Stays in bounds. Game tied at 38. We're headed to overtime. That's where this happens. Spencer Lyons, he gets in. It's your game-winning touchdown. CC over DeWitt in overtime, 45-38.
We win in the locker room. We got a hell of a coaching staff. We made some adjustments. And, hey, dogs out here. The team just came out, made some things happen, allowed me to make plays, allowed everybody else out here to make plays. It's a team night. It's senior night. Did it for us. Did it for our team.
All gas, no brakes. Let's keep going. Traverse City Central eyeing a trip back to Ford Field after falling short in the state finals last season. Get this for a new chapter of Trojan football and in the league. All those details just ahead as Football Friday's overtime, powered by State Champs, rolls on.
Football Friday's Overtime, powered by State Champs, is presented by the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. By Legacy Football, the #1 football development program in Michigan. And by Alta Equipment Company, Michigan's #1 construction equipment provider with over 40 brands. Well, last year, Traverse City Central made their first finals appearance since 1988, where they fell to Warren De La Salle in the Division II championship. This season, both Traverse City schools have moved to the North Division of the Saginaw Valley League, and they'll be racking up the bus miles. Tonight, they play a crossover against SVL South powerhouse, #12 ranked Davison. A short, no big deal, 202-mile ride from the Cherry capital. Here's how it sounded, courtesy of Davison students Chayton Harrison and Mason Pullmanter.
It was a great throw on the run.
Snap, snap! Is Davison recovering? Touchdown Davison, unbelievable!
Another huge play by this Davison defense. The second defensive touchdown in the last 2 weeks.
You got to set the tone here with this offense. He's going to hand it off. Breaks free! Great run there. A.J. Hill, first we've seen him in this game, and he does not disappoint at all. Cardinals touchdown. Down now. Got a big bunch on the right side of the line there. He hands it off to Hill. Hill's got his hole. He's got 2 men to beat. Is he going to get to the end zone? He is! Big time TD from Hill. Statement is that.
Second touchdown for Hill on this game.
Route either side. Got an end in. Hands off to Flowers, though. Flowers got a hole. He's got a blocker, too. He's got that empty sideline. He gets his third block, and he's going into the end zone. Wait for it. Touchdown, Cardinals.
One play. And Flowers takes it to the house, as he is known to do, and Dad's going to up his yards. Huge run on that. Over 70 yards. One play. Cardinals up by 4 tutties.
What a job by Chayton and Mason on the call there. You can just feel the energy they have there.
Yeah, I felt like I was there.
You used to do that in high school?
Well, not play-by-play. I'm not as good as them. There's no way. I would get too much into it, and then you guys wouldn't know what was going on.
It's
so
just, it's just
I'm more
wild.
of a post-game gal.
More of a post-game gal. Well, we've reached halftime of that post-game Football Friday overtime powered by State Champs. This partnership between Bally Sports Detroit and State Champ, committed to bringing you the best high school football show each and every Friday night. Sid and I, we've just had our orange slices. We've patted our foreheads for all the sweat from these lights, but we're ready to keep rolling with more great highlights and reaction from around the state.
You got that right, and we've still got a lot to go. We're going to head downriver for some great matchups, as well as head southwest to see how one of our Mr. Football candidates would fare in a tough matchup. But first, Justin, let's head out to Macomb County for a battle of the bigs.
Yeah, Utica Eisenhower has been a powerhouse for years, but last year they only had a single win.
Really?
They were out to prove that was an anomaly. They've done that so far by starting the year 2-0.
But it was no easy task. It was a tough task to walk into 7th-ranked Chippewa Valley's house and steal a win. They're trying to prove that they are still the team to beat in the MAC Red.
Defense, I want you to dominate all night long. Offense, I want you to punch them in the mouth all night long. We on 19 miles. I won't scream, I won't shout, but I'll slap an Ike Eagle if he acts out.
Excuse me while I go run through a brick wall. We are 19 Mile.
I'll follow you.
Chippewa Valley assistant coach Terry Wilson fired them up. After an early Chippewa Valley field goal, Eisenhower quarterback Preston Crum throws over the middle, but Cameron Frazier steps in front. He takes it the other way for 6. Later in the second quarter, Chippewa Valley's Andrew Schuster looks deep and drops an absolute dime to sophomore Deshaun Lehner down the sideline. 16-0 Big Reds. Time running down in the first half. Andrew Schuster looks right, looks left, finds Lehner in the end zone again, 24-0. Then in the second half, Schuster goes over the middle, and guess who? Lehner again with his 3rd TD of the night. Chippewa Valley takes it 33-7. Here's quarterback Andrew Schuster and head coach Scott Merchant on the big divisional win.
I mean, it's a great one. You know, Mac Red, I think it's one of the best conferences in the state. So, you know, coming out first game and go up 24-0 in the first half, really good confidence going into the next games.
We always have a tough time with Eisenhower. They got a great program. Kids play really hard. They're very well coached. We always have a battle with them. So I'm really proud of the way we picked it up there in the second quarter and, you know, finished the game. It's always, every Mac Red game's a battle. So anytime you can win a Mac Red game, it's a good win.
Still plenty more to get to on Friday. Football Friday overtime, powered by state champs. Up next, we're heading downriver for some prove-it games. Stay tuned. We roll in just a minute.
We got a good one for you next week. Two PSL powerhouses collide as number 5 Detroit Martin Luther King travels to Detroit Cass Tech for one of the fiercest rivalries in the entire state. Our game of the week kicks off at 7:30 Friday night, and it's exclusively available on Bally Sports Detroit Extra and the Bally Sports app. Well, we all love a good rivalry, so why not in week 3? Allen Park hit the road to Gibraltar Carlson, a downriver showdown. Already has the excitement to its name, but let's add in that both teams are 2-0. Carlson hasn't beaten the Jaguars in 4 years. Allen Park beat them in the regular season and the Division III district final a year ago, so Carlson is more than ready to flip the script. Both teams coming into this one with convincing wins in week 1 and 2, but Carlson playing with a chip on their shoulder early, and it showed. Edward Light scrambling out of the pocket, buying time, and finally finds Tim Simmons. And he is gone, 21-0 Carlson, and we're still in the first quarter. Going to the ground now, Omari Carter, 12 yards right up the middle, 28-0 Carlson, second half. The offense continues to roll here. QB Eddie Light doing it with his legs. He's showing us it all. 8-yard score. Carlson takes this one 35-6. We hear from the quarterback, Eddie Light, right after this one.
Feels amazing. Like last year, they beat us 2 times in a row, so we cannot have that. So we come back stronger this year.
Okay, and how do you feel about going into next week now that you're 3-0?
Good. Good chances. We coming harder as always.
How about New Boston Huron at Riverview? Fun fact here, the Pirates have not lost a regular season game since September 27th of 2019. Is that right? Wow. 21 straight back-to-back Huron League champs. Huron jumps out early. First quarter, Gavin Mochilowski, keeper, up the middle. He is in. Second effort. That's great. 7-0 New Boston Huron. All Riverview from then on, though. Max Lockhart hits the edge in a 5-yard scamper. Riverview up 8-7. Then Jacob Schenk show takes over. The Jacob Schenk show takes over. How about 50 yards for that one? 20-7 at the half. Second half, it's Schenk again. Bounces this one outside. Third tutty of the game. Riverview wins it 33-7. Happy Schenk talks to us after the game.
Feels amazing. You know, we prepared this whole week for this team. We came out Monday. We studied pretty much the whole playbook they got. The team just got after it tonight. I'm to be honest, speechless about it. A lot of help from the line. It's not possible without my line. They opened the gap and got me in the end zone pretty much, and I just do my thing from there.
We love the line. Love that he gave recognition to his offensive lineman there.
You got to have the offensive line credit after the game, especially when you get into the end zone 3 times.
You can't do it without them. What happens in the trenches, you can't do it without them.
3 touchdowns is nice, but for all the touchdowns we saw from our game of the week, it's like way more than that. Let's get back out to that game of the week. Johnny Kane joined by Clarkson head coach Justin Pintar.
Coach, first off, congratulations on a fabulous win for your program. You know, I saw you guys celebrating there a little bit at the end. I know you've only been at the head job here for 3 games, but how satisfying was the performance you guys delivered tonight?
Yeah, I thought after, that first game that we played, and we knew we didn't play quite our best, for us to be able to come back, beat a really good Southfield team and a really good Rochester Adams team in back-to-back weeks, I couldn't be more proud of how we responded to a little bit of adversity. Like I said, the first game, we knew we were better than what we showed, and so for us to be able to, come together, not get down on each other, it's just been, like you said, very satisfying.
Well, that first half, man, I'm telling you what, you guys were scoring at will, 70 combined points for both teams. But how big was Cole Jarvis in that second quarter, what he did for you offensively, and then I think what really set the tone was the pick 6.
Yeah, I thought that Cole is a 4-year guy for us. He's a fantastic kid, plays his butt off all the time. And when he got that pick 6 there at the end of the second half, I thought definitely that was kind of that spark that got us going. I mean, it was 28-28. We came down, scored a touchdown, and then turn around and get a pick 6, and all of a sudden you got a 14-point lead. That just changes things going into halftime. So I thought he really got us going there. And then the second half, our defense did a phenomenal job, responding to a little bit of adversity and getting a little butt chewing at halftime, and they did a great job holding down a great offense in the second half.
You guys only possessed the football for about 6 minutes and change there in the first half. You mentioned you up 2 scores. How important was it for you guys to be able to turn around, hand it off to Ethan Clark, and really just chew clock, almost evaporate that entire third quarter, keep them off the board?
Yeah, we knew that once we had that lead, we wanted to take some time off the clock, not make it, the first half, it was one of those things where we knew that they're a really aggressive team defensively, and we thought if we could take some shots, we're going to hit some shots, and that's kind of what our game plan was, and we were able to do that today. But in the second half, we knew with the lead, we want to chew clock, try and get this game over with as quick as possible.
Mike Hine talented today. You had a lot of guys step up big. We mentioned Cole Jarvis. But with Ethan Clark, is there a better running back in the state of Michigan right now as far as you're concerned?
That's a definitive no. We've had 4 years of Ethan Clark, and just a phenomenal young man, and he plays his butt off 110% every single play he's on the field. And, he's as good as it gets. So we're lucky that we got a guy like that in our backfield. We'll take him any day over anyone in the state.
Way to go, Coach. Appreciate your time. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, guys, back to the studio.
Clarkson running back Ethan Clark is tonight's DMC game changer. He was just electric tonight. Absolutely electric, Justin. I mean, every time he had the ball, we knew he was gone.
He finished with over 360 all-purpose yards and at least 3 touchdowns.
Yes, and he surpassed 3,000 yards, which is a school record. So look at that. He's just continuing to make waves out there.
Continuing to make highlights as well, because we have not even gotten close to the end of this. OT Football Fridays overtime, that is, powered by state champs. We're going back to Rochester to pump up the volume after this. Football Fridays overtime, powered by state champs, continues into the night here on Bally Sports Detroit. Let's head out west down I-94 to Saline. That's where Mr. Football hopeful CJ Carr and the Hornets welcomed Ypsilanti Lincoln to play a little football game. Sydney, get your beekeeper suit on. We're heading into the Hornets' nest.
Boy, buckle up.
Let's go. We begin with Saline's quarterback of the future. Notre Dame future, that is. CJ Carr. How about a 50-yard dime to Matt Welper? Great catch, but the cannon on Carr? Whew. Kid's going to be great for the Irish, but he must drink all his milk to get there. That sets up.
Regular.
Well, we'll see. Ryan Nighthammer, he has a lovely stroll into the end zone. Unscathed, 7-0 Hornets. Now the lead is 14-0, and they're looking to sting again in the red zone.
I see what you did there.
Oh, yeah.
Creative.
Carr to the corner. Cade Fox hauls it in to put Saline up 21-0. Then to put the nail in the coffin, or should I say the rail in the coffin.
I'm shaking my head, folks.
Yeah. Garrett Baldwin takes this kick return, and he's going to turn on the Jets. And he's going to keep running. Run, Forrest, run. 94-yard kick return gives Ypsilanti Lincoln the rail-splitting headache as they lose this one to Saline, 42-7. Well, the Mr. Football Award update is brought to you by Hungry Howie's. I mentioned it before those highlights, and I believe it even more so after reading them. Notre Dame commit C.J. Carr going to be right in the thick of this race, not only this year, Sydney, but next year as well. Stiff competition for a junior to try to win it. Some of these seniors on this list, they'll be tough to beat. How about King quarterback Dante Moore, top-ranked recruit in the state? Then you've got running backs like Darius Taylor and Cole Cabana. Don't sleep on Rochester Adams quarterback Parker Pico. He may be headed for baseball at Alabama, but he can still sling it around on the football field. Let's go sound up, brought to us by Johnny Kane and Justin Sasante from the call earlier on Bally Sports Detroit.
Adams High School here in Rochester for a fabulous matchup between the Highlanders wearing the brown and gold against the Wolves wearing the blue and gold. On first down, Hine fakes the handoff to Clark, and he's got all sorts of room. Mike Hine past the 50, got a lead blocker. Look out from behind. Mike Hine stays in on the first play from scrimmage, takes it to the house. Officially 2nd and 21, ball at the 32-yard line. They fake the jet sweep. Parker Pico keeps it himself. Gets through the first line of defense. Oh, stiff arms a man. Parker Pico! Pico! Into the end zone! Oh, wow! The most important number on there was 62. That was the points they got to win it. Over the middle! And nobody even close to Ethan Clark, who's going to take it to the house for his second score of the night. 2nd and 6. Little play action. Pre-score. Touchdown, Highlanders.
Clarkson really likes this rocket screen. Bubbles out of here.
Hine rolling to his left. Hine throwing it with zip. Touchdown, Clarkson. Cole Jarvis. Pico looking that way. Pico picked off. Clarkson going the other way. Cole Jarvis. Oh, my. Read the eyes of the quarterback, jumped the route, took it in for the pick 6. 2nd and 6. Pico keeping it himself. He's got a blocker downfield. Parker Pico into the end zone. Number 13 knocks off number 3 in a classic OAA red matchup. Fabulous effort. Always a battle when these two teams come together. We expected it. We got it tonight.
A wild one there, but despite the loss, Rochester Adams seniors Parker and Tate Pico showed us tonight that they have chemistry on the field. But does their twin tuition carry over off it? Natalie Kerwin investigates.
Parker Pico, Tate Pico. You guys just came off the football field together.
Yep.
Play baseball together.
Yeah.
Now you're interviewing together.
Yep.
I mean, you guys do everything together?
For the most part. Pretty much. It's like your friend's always there. Yeah. Have fun all the time.
I love it. Okay, well, with you two being twins, I feel like you hear that twin tuition is a thing.
Yeah.
I want to play a little game. I want to test that theory.
Let's do it.
All right, so we got some whiteboards to work with here. I got yours here, Tate.
Uh-oh.
You should have yours, Parker.
Yep.
First question. If Parker could only listen to one musical artist for the rest of his life, who would it be? 1, 2, 3.
Thomas Rhett.
Oh,
Shakira.
Whoa. Okay, 2 different ballparks.
Yeah, whoa. I don't know. I put Shakira because my favorite song is Hips Don't Lie.
Hips don't lie. Okay.
Yeah.
Question 2. What would Tate's spirit animal be?
Oh. I'm ready.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Okay, why a lion?
I just think, I mean, vicious, strong. I don't know, just king of the jungle, man. That's what I was gonna say. King of the jungle.
Okay. Question 3, this one's fun.
All right.
Parker's celebrity crush.
Oh. I gotta think about this one. I don't know too many celebrities.
You don't know your own celebrity crush?
No, I don't know. I forget her name. I know her face. Oh, all right, I'm just gonna put this.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
I went J-Lo. Oh, J-Lo's a good one.
Okay, J-Lo, girl from the Baywatch.
Oh, I know what girl you're talking about. Yeah, I just don't know her name.
All right,
I had a good guess.
Okay, so you know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I do.
Even if I don't get it, as long
Yeah,
as you
yeah,
do.
yeah.
Okay.
You can back me up on that one.
Girl from Baywatch. All right. Question 4. What is Tate's most embarrassing trait?
Oh. I don't even know.
What, you think you're perfect?
No.
I'm messing with you.
Got one. Say. Okay.
All right. 1,
Oh, yeah.
2, 3.
It kind of goes hand in hand. Harry.
Harry.
I'm saying my lack of stupidity. What? So you're not stupid?
Yeah.
No. I guess that answers it. I should get my stupidity. I don't know. I feel like I go over top on some things.
Fair enough. All right. This last one.
Uh-oh. We gotta get one more right, Tate. Come on.
Pick a number between 1 and 250.
Got it.
You got it?
Yours in the hundreds? No. Oh, got it wrong.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
I went 183.
Wow.
It's a bold number. I know why you went 5.
All right, we got one right. I don't.
We'll make up for it on the field.
That was great. Thanks, Nat. Well, there's a newcomer in the top 20 as Waterford Mott has set a course for Ford Field this season. Could the Corsairs cruise to victory against a conference rival? Find out as Football Fridays Overtime, powered by State Champs, continues. Welcome back to Football Fridays Overtime, powered by State Champs. Well, check this out. South Lyon East hosted its first annual Kickoff for Autism Acceptance Night, a great event with tailgating and a food truck before the game. All the proceeds will support Freddie the Pizza Man 87 Foundation and the South Lyon East High School Special Ed Department. It's awesome when schools do this, and it meant the world to both organizations.
The foundation equips sensory rooms in the state of Michigan. So we've done 45 sensory rooms in the state of Michigan. It's we have a son with autism, and just really means a lot to us. It's us our way of giving back to teachers and giving back to the parents is doing this. So that's why it's important to us. This is incredible. I mean, I wasn't sure about the turnout, but you know, I'm kind of a low-key, humble guy, but I'm very grateful that so many people turned out. What a great community South Lyon is. Great community. So thank you to everyone. Really appreciate it.
I love you, Freddie.
That is awesome. And the community came out for this one as South Lyon East hosted number 20 Waterford Mott. Mott already down 7-0 until junior quarterback Caleb Osborne finds senior wide receiver Diego Rocker right in the pylon. We were tied up at 7. Mott would score again and miss the extra point. South Lyon East would counter. Quarterback Nico Campo finds his fellow senior Jordan Newbill over the middle. Newbill would break a couple of tackles there and take it 55 yards to the house to go on to win this one 14-13. That was a close one there.
Yeah, 42-19 the final, and that one just updated the score. You know, sometimes it takes a second.
Sorry, guys, I was too excited. I got ahead of myself there.
Kind of get to that one. Unbelievable night we've had of high school
was
football here. We're going to have great matchups next week as well.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. It's been a great night all around, and we would really like to thank all of our videographers out in the field for their great work tonight and for all the help from everyone here behind the scenes. It takes a village to get this stuff done, so we appreciate it.
Absolutely. It's wild to say this for almost to the halfway point of the high school football season.
I cannot believe that at all.
Exciting to see how things unfold from here on out. For Natalie, Justin, Johnny in Rochester, Sydney here at the desk, I'm Justin Rose. We'll see you next Friday at 7:30 for King at Cass Tech, followed by another hour of scores and highlights here on Football Friday Overtime, powered by State Champs. Good night.